Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Jai Hind. Good morning, Jai Hind. And I welcome you all to this daily editorial analysis session. I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Good morning, everyone. So I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Okay. Welcome, everyone, to the daily editorial session. So last day I have given you one question to practice. How many of you have written that answer? We have started this session from Tuesday. If you look at this, we have started the session on Tuesday. And if we include today's session, in total, you have got 15 topics. In total, you have got 15 topics. Plus, at the same time, you have got around 10 mains question. You have got 10 mains question. So in total, you are having 15 topics in the last 1 week related to mains, and plus at the same time if you are having 10 questions of mains answer writing. From the next week, of course, the number will increase. So on an average, you are going to have 18 topics per week, plus at the same time 12 questions for practice. It means in 1 month you will be writing something around 48 answers. Okay. In 1 month time, you will be writing something around 48 answers. Okay. So in 6 months, we have started it from April. So April, May, June, July, August, September. By September itself, you may have written 300 answers by then. तो अगर आप कंसिस्टेंटली ये काम करते हो तो बाय द एंड ऑफ सितंबर you would have written around 300 mains answer. And the day you have written 300 mains answer, be very much sure that after that time, after that completion of 300 answers, you can write any answer, plus at the same time your answer writing is going to improve by multiple times. So it is all about that small steps. It is all about that consistency. It is about that willpower which you have to maintain. It is the willpower, it is the consistency which you have to maintain. So this is what you have to do. If you maintain that consistency for almost next 6 months, then you will find the change in yourself. In the last 1 week itself, if you have written 10 plus answers, if you have written 10 answers in last 1 week, you may have seen the difference कि आपके आंसर राइटिंग में कहां पर इंप्रूवमेंट आया है. So how many of you are feeling that your answer writing has improved in the last 1 week? In the last 1 week, how many of you feel this, that your answer writing skill has improved? Good morning. Tom is saying his answer writing has improved. And how many of you have still not started writing answer? Yes, a lot more has to be done. A lot more has to be done. That's correct. We have to do a lot of things right now. But you may experience this, that at least in your representation, when you are writing introduction, things have been changing. In just 1 week, you can feel the difference. And in 1 month, you will find that yes, you are there where you would be writing good answers in 1 month. Everyone will say that. Please tell us how to manage time, because some questions are time taking. Initially, I will suggest you don't focus on the time right now. Focus on writing the answer at present. See, when you have started writing anything for the first time, when you have started writing the numbers or the letters for the first time, it may have taken a lot of time to write just A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. If I ask you to write A, B, C, D to X, Y, Z right now, you can do it with full pace. So why you are taking time? You have to understand this part, that why the question paper, why more time? Why you require more time? First thing is the thinking ability. The thinking ability, recalling, sentence formation, okay. Then information. It's not that you are having a slow speed. It's not that you are having a slow speed of writing. You are having a slow speed of writing because right now, when you are going to write an answer, first of all, you have to think about it, what can be written here, what cannot be written here. Now, with consistent practice, you will find that you will be able to think faster. You will be able to materialize your thoughts at a faster pace. So that will be the first thing. Second thing is, with continuous revision, with continuous practice, you would be able to recall the data, recall the facts more clearly. Then the third part is, of course, the sentence formation. Many of you, when you are writing, I think many of you may be still struggling with this one part, how you can form those sentences, how you can write the proper answer. So for some of you, the challenge may be about the sentence formation. And for some of you, there may be a challenge that you are not having the exact information for writing the answer. So this is one of the challenge. This is one of the challenge why you are taking more time before writing the answer or in writing the answer. तो मैंने 2027 में अटेम्प्ट दूंगी, आप सजेस्ट करिए कब से फोकस करूँ. फ्रॉम जनवरी 2020, 3 महीने ऑलरेडी निकल चुके हैं. यू आर आस्किंग क्वेश्चन अ लिटिल बिट लेट. हाँ, yes, including pie charts, flow charts will reduce the time for sure. Yes, there is a question, how you can improve your thinking ability. Okay. See, how you are able to do it, when you are able to understand and link various topic. When you are able to understand and link various topic, then you will be able to think faster. Okay. See, right now the problem is, like if I say you that how we can manage the excess amount of food production and this midday meal school simultaneously. What we can do, suppose we are having millets production, we can link it with the midday meal school. So there will be multiple benefit. First, the farmers will get the market. They will be selling their crops to the schools. Second thing, what we see that at the same time, the students will be getting healthy meals. Healthy means means better health profile. So when you are able to connect multiple ideas at one time, then you will be able to process faster. 136 word is okay. कब से डेली एडिटोरियल क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस करो? आज से. You can start it with today itself. You have already missed 5 days. You can start it with today itself. You start practicing from today itself. So don't wait for future. Don't wait for future कि I will start from June or July or anything. start practicing answer from right now, because it will take time before you achieve that perfection. So let's see. This was one question: how government policies have helped in women empowerment in last one decade. Analyze the existing challenges for women in India. Now, last day, one of you have mentioned one question at the end of the session. Okay, sir, what is the difference between analyze and comment? Okay, you have mentioned about this, that what is the difference between analyze and comment. This was one of the question from your side. Now, I think this is one part which you know the answer. पहले पार्ट का तो क्वेश्चन का आंसर आप जानते हो कि हाउ द गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स हैव बीन देयर, हाउ दे हैव बीन बेनिफिटिंग इट. वी हैव सीन ऑल दीज पार्ट्स. Let's come to the second part: analyze the existing challenges for women in India. So now say that we have given a heading, the existing challenges. The existing challenges. The number one is the patriarchal society. The patriarchal society. Now, what is the meaning of analysis here? Analysis is where you have to show the linkage, जहां पे आपको linkage को prove करना है. So just give a heading: patriarchal society. How it is impacting women: limited employment opportunity, lack of flexibility to move outside for work, lack of flexibility to move outside for work. Third part is at the same time we can also see that there is a impact of child care also, child care burden, on women. So this is what is analysis, where you have written a problem, and you have connected with other related things. This is the meaning of analysis, where you have mentioned one key problem and you have mentioned that what other challenges are related to this. This is what we call as analysis. So this is one of the part when you are having a question like this. Last day we have seen that what are the continuing struggle for women in India, what are the challenges for women in India. Now if you have to write a question about analysis, what you have to do, you have to first mention a key problem and then you have to link it with other. और देखो, in this part we are not using too much of words also. हम लोग ऐसा नहीं कि बहुत ज्यादा words लिख रहे हैं. We have just mentioned one word, patriarchal society. We have seen that what are the related things. So we have connected so much of content in a very much limited word. You can see 2 words here, 3 words here, then we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words here plus 3 words here. So we have got around 5, 3, 8 to 10 and 3, 13 words. In 13 to 15 words, in just 13 to 15 words, we have written so much content in just one point. So that's why I am suggesting you that use flowcharts, use these representation. The content is same. You can see that if I have written patriarchal society and limited employment opportunity, it is automatically understood. Lack of flexibility to move outside, it is automatically understood. Child care burden on women, it is related to patriarchy, automatically understood. So there is no need to explain each and everything in detail. You can show the linkage in a question where there is analysis or analyze. So I hope ये clear है कि आपको इस question में क्या करना है. I hope this one point is clear. If a question is like this, what you have to do, in what manner you have to write. Here, so let's start with today's topic. आज का टॉपिक स्टार्ट करते हैं. The first topic is related to विकसित भारत शिक्षा अधिनियम. The first topic is related to this Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhiniyam. Now, the article here is talking about what can be an alternative to this Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishthan Bill. Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishthan Bill, what can be the alternative to this? A Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishthan Adhiniyam is there. So now the question is, that what can be the alternative to this? This is what has been discussed here. So main point which we will try to understand, that what is this VBSA, what are the proposals, what are the possible benefits, okay, and plus at the same time, like what challenges and alternatives are there. What challenges and alternatives are there? This is what we will try to understand here. ये सभी चीजों को हम लोग समझने की कोशिश करेंगे कि what all things are there. Now, so let's start this. When we talk about this Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishthan, Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishthan. Okay. So what it does, it is basically repealing three different laws. It is basically repealing, this repeals three different laws. One is the UGC Act. There is this UGC Act of 1956, which will be repealed by this. Then we see that All India Council for Technical Education, AICTE Act 1987. And the third one is, of course, the National Council for Teacher Education Act, NCTE Act. This is also of 1993. So there are three different acts which are going to be repealed by this Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishthan Adhiniyam. Okay. So this is going to replace all these three bodies also. It is going to repeal three different institutions also. These institutions will also be gone. ये institutions भी खत्म हो जाएंगे. And in place of it, it is bringing Viksit Bharat Shiksha Vinimay. Viksit Bharat Shiksha Vinyaman Parishad. It is a regulatory body. This one is going to be a regulatory body. This is going to be a regulatory body. The second institution which is going to create is Viksit Bharat Shiksha Gunvatta Parishad. Viksit Bharat Shiksha Gunvatta Parishad. Gunvatta Parishad. This is for quality, a type of quality assurance. It is for quality and accreditation. And Viksit Bharat Shiksha Manak Parishad. There is another one called as Viksit Bharat Shiksha Manak Parishad. This is for setting standard. This is for academic standard. This is for academic standard. So we have got Viksit Bharat Shiksha Vinyaman Parishad, Viksit Bharat Shiksha Gunvatta Parishad, and Viksit Bharat Shiksha Manak Parishad. These three institutions are going to be created as part of this Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishthan Adhiniyam. Okay. Is there enough university infrastructure for repealing all? It's not that we are repealing all the universities. We are repealing the University Grants Commission, a body which is responsible for providing grants to the universities. So now we see that these all bodies are going to be repealed, these all institutions are going to be repealed, and instead of them, 3 new institutions are going to be created. पुराने institutions को खत्म करके नए institutions create किए जा रहे हैं. What other things are there? As part of this Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishthan Adhiniyam, there is one of the part that earlier what we used to see, UGC, this used to provide grants. This used to provide grants to universities. This used to provide grants to universities. Now it will be done by Ministry of Education. Now it will be done by Ministry of Education. Earlier, this was an autonomous organization. This was a sort of autonomous organization which was funding. There was an autonomous organization which was having independence, and this one was funding. This was funding the universities. It was providing the grants to the universities. Now at the same time, all new institutions will work under the directive of union government. That all the institutions are going to work under the directive of the union government. So this is one part, that all the institutions will also be there. There will be a single window system. There will also be a single window system for establishment of higher educational institution. A single window system. A single window system for establishment of higher educational institutions. That there will be a single window system for establishment of higher educational institutions. Okay. Then the Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishthan, that this one, Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishthan, this will also be, though it will also be responsible for imposing penalties. Impose penalties. So if there is any institution which is not working as per the guidelines, so then they can be imposing penalties also on the institutes. Okay. So here you can see that there has been repealing of some institutions, there has been creation of some new institutions, and there have been these provisions which can be beneficial for the higher education in India. What are the possible benefits? Possible benefits क्या है? What are the possible benefits? There will be one uniform standard. There will be one uniform standard across institutions. There will be one uniform standard across institutions. This will be one of the possible benefit. Second possible benefit, what we can see that in case of UGC, there was huge such challenges. There were challenges of this grants. Okay. So UGC grants, they were questioned again and again. The UGC grants were questioned again and again, that on what basis UGC is giving grants, what is the outcome of those grants. So now this will be done by the Ministry of Education. So here we see that Ministry of Education will prioritize institutions on basis of need, कि जैसी आवश्यकता होगी मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन विल बी डूइंग दैट. So these all possible benefits are there. At the same time, there will be a separate institution for standard, a separate institution for standard and accreditation. So both have been different, that now there will be separate institution for standard, separate institution for accreditation. So there will be like more and more transparency and accountability in the framework. तो ये हमें possible benefit दिखता है. But then again, we are having some criticism of the bill. We are having criticism of the bill. First thing is education. Can you tell me, is it part of a state list, union list or concurrent list? Education, is it part of education, is it part of state list, union list or concurrent list? No, it's not a state list. It is a part of concurrent list. It is a part of concurrent list. This is a part of concurrent list. So now you can see that all the institutions are going to be under the control of union. All the institutions are going to be under the control of union. So is it against the concept of federalism? There is a challenge to federal structure. A challenge to federal structure. A challenge to federal structure. Now tell me one thing. Across the world, we have got so many universities which are world-class universities. There is Oxford, there is Stanford, there is MIT. There are so many world-class universities in the world. Do they have same curriculum? Do they have same pattern? Do they have uniformity in their syllabus? Uniformity in their management? If we talk about top universities, if we talk about the top universities, what is their specialty? In case of the top universities of world, when we are talking about the top universities of world, we see that they have got autonomy. They have got autonomy, that they are deciding their own syllabus, they are deciding their own curriculum. But here what we see? Here what we see, that the VBSA, the Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishtan Adhiniyam, it talks about uniformity. It talks about uniformity and top to down approach. It talks about uniformity and top to down approach. So some bureaucrats who are mostly graduate or some who are postgraduate are going to decide that what will be taught by the university professors, what will the university do. So we are having a standard which is being developed by some of the bureaucrats who are merely graduates or postgraduates, and they are going to decide that what the professors who have got PhD in their subject are going to teach the students in the university. They are going to decide that what will be the curriculum, what will be the curriculum of any university. Globally, if we look at this, the universities have got autonomy. Those institutes, those universities who have got autonomy, they have been working better. But here what we see, it is more about centralization of power. It is more about centralization of power in a few institutions. So that is one of the challenge here. Then we also see the grants. when we talk about the grants, when we are talking about the grants, what we see now, this is going to be controlled by, now this is going to be controlled by Ministry of Education. The Ministry of Education. So normally across the world, the global precedence is that we need to have an autonomous organization where there is a lesser chance of politicization. Normally across the world, the pattern is this, that we are going to have an autonomous organization like UGC, which can give grant to the universities without having any political favor or bias. But what we see that now the Ministry of Education will be deciding that which universities will be getting more fund, which one will be getting less fund. So then there is chance, then there is a chance that we are having like this entire process under the control of ministry. So ministry will be deciding what will be taught in our schools, colleges or universities. The ministry will be deciding what will be taught in universities and colleges. It can be possible in India, who is very diversified, that we can give autonomy to universities. Yes, right now our universities are not in a state where they can decide all these things. But then the question is, do we need to empower them or do we need to curtail their power further to the lowest level? Do we need to empower them or do we need to curtail them to the level where there is no power left with the universities? So this is one of the part that we see that there is grants which are going to be controlled by the Ministry of Education. Okay. So what we see that this is something, this Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhiniyam, there is one criticism of it, that it focuses on getting global ranking rather than addressing local concerns. That the focus of this bill is getting global ranking. The focus of the bill is getting global ranking. Let me give you an example. India has got the highest number of patents worldwide within 10 years. We have got the highest number of patents worldwide in within 10 years, from 2016 to 2024-25. We have got the highest number of patents in the entire world, and yet not a single innovation which can be globally transforming. We have got the highest number of patents in the entire world, and yet there is no single innovation which can transform or which is capable of transforming at global level. So we have got so much improvement in our ranking with respect to innovation. We have got this huge ranking, very good ranking in innovation index. But in actual on ground, the innovation is largely missing. So we are having the number of patents, but we are not having that innovation in the country. So this is one of the part. Where it has been criticized. Now, this Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishtan, okay, it pushes for loan for higher education. Withdrawal of support from government for sponsoring education. So what we see that in India, there has been a focus in this bill that we are going to have more and more loans, that people can get loan, and through that loan they can go for pursuing the higher studies. So government will not be reducing the fee, government will not be subsidizing the fee. Rather than that, people have to take loan at a very high interest rate, and then they have to go for education in higher educational institutions. Now, it's not that this is a practice only in India. This is a practice which is common in European countries also. It's not that this loan for higher education is only there in India. It is there in European countries also. But then you have to understand a key difference, that when we are going for loan in a developed nations of Europe, the rate of interest may be 1, 2 or 3%. But in case of India, the rate of loan can be 8, 9, 10%. So there is a huge margin there. There is a huge margin there, that in developed nations, the loans are available at 2%, 3%, and it's quite easily. In case of India, availing the loan is one of the biggest challenge. Second thing is, the loans are at a very high interest rate also. So this is one of the challenges which we see in case of our Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhisthan Adhiniyam. Okay. So that is also one of the challenge. Okay. Now, what suggestions have been given? What are the suggestions which have been provided under this article? Suggestions are quite simple. There should be greater role for state higher educational councils. That there should be a greater role for state higher educational councils, that it should be having that federalistic approach. It should be having that federalistic approach. What we see that at the same time, there should be a defined role of students, teachers, non-teaching staff, in formulation of policies, in formulation of policies. If we are making a policy for students, if we are making a policy for higher education of students, and students are not being asked कि चलो तुम्हें क्या ही मालूम, तुम रहने दो, तुम मत बताओ, तुम्हें क्या ही मालूम होगा कि what is education, what is higher education. This will be planned only by some few bureaucrats. ये बस जो bureaucrats बैठे हुए वो बैठकर decide कर लेंगे what is the role of students, teachers or other people. So again, there should be a role of state also, role of state in grants, standards, accreditation, etc. So we are looking for a uniformity. We are looking for a uniformity in across the institutions. But the thing is, uniformity in education is neither desirable nor feasible. Uniformity in education is neither desirable nor feasible. If everyone is reading the same book, if everyone is reading the same concept, there will be no innovation. अगर हर कोई एक ही किताब पढ़ेगा तो नया क्या आएगा? If everyone is going through the same standard, there will be no innovation, nothing new. it will be the most crude form of learning. So there is no such requirement of uniformity in education. It is not desirable at all. Okay. Uniformity can be at lower levels. Uniformity can be at lower levels. But if graduates are made uniform, then what is the point of higher education? Higher education is about specialization. It is about new ideas, new innovations. So if everyone is having the same education, same book, same question, same thing, so where there is a scope of improvement? In Maharashtra, higher education is free for girls from 2024. They should also think about boys. That our universities provide the kind of education that enables a student to repay their loan after graduation. They are using outdated syllabus. So the thing is, who should be deciding the syllabus? There is of course a lack of connect between our universities and the industries. Why our graduates are not employable? Generally, people say this a lot in India. There are so many people rushing behind the government jobs. There are so many people wasting time on government job. But do you address the core problem? Why people are going for government job? First thing is, many of them do not have other alternatives. Many of them don't have other alternatives. So it's not that government job is a very lucrative job, very high paying job or any good thing like that. Government job is one of the, like, a simple job. If not boring, it is a simple job. It's not that much lucrative. It's not that much paying. There is a security, there is a guarantee, that's fine. But apart from that, government job is not such a luxury. But the thing is, for a majority of people, those who are graduate, you don't have any option for employment. Their courses are not sufficient to provide them some skills, to provide them the employable skills. So this is one of the challenge. Yes, it is there in engineering colleges also. Our engineering colleges are teaching those subjects which have become outdated, those topics which have become outdated. Okay. So what we can do? Now, coming to the next part, you can see there was a previous year question related to this. National Education Policy 2020 is in conformity with the Sustainable Development Goal. It intends to restructure and reorient education system in India. Critically examine this statement. Okay. So this was a question in 2020. I will also give you a question here in 2026. Critically evaluate the merits and challenges of Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishthan Adhiniyam. So this will be one question. Critically evaluate the merits and challenges of Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhiniyam. Now coming to the second topic. Okay. Now coming to the second topic. This is about a nuclear submarine. Okay. It is about a nuclear submarine. देखो सैटरडे को जो एडिटोरियल्स होते हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा खास नहीं आते द हिंदू में. तो it's not very prominent, but just to understand this, हम लोग इसको go through करेंगे. Okay. On Saturday we are having generally one article at max. Good. Otherwise, this simple article. Saturday, Sunday को editorials कम हो जाते. In fact, on Friday also you will find that there is one discussion page. Today there is only about ground zero and other things. That is one of the challenge. Now, coming to this part, there is a topic about submarine. Okay. There is a topic about this submarine, nuclear ballistic missile submarine in Navy. So let's talk about this. First, a PYQ. Why is maritime security vital to protect India's sea trade? डिस्कस मैरीटाइम एंड कोस्टल सिक्योरिटी चैलेंजेस एंड द वे फॉरवर्ड। देखो ये एक ऐसा टॉपिक है जो आपको मेंस के हिसाब से तैयार रखना चाहिए, which you have to prepare as per mains. A good article means the one which is having relevance for exam for long term. जैसे विकसित भारत is very important part, वो आपको क्वेश्चन पूछा ही जाएगा. There is a very high chance that this year in mains, in 2026 mains, there can be a question about Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhiniyam. So there is a chance there. But again, if we talk about this second article, which is related to submarine dominance, so it is a simple article having a little bit lower relevance, for mains exam. First article is important, that is relevant for a long period of time. Second article is something which is interesting but lesser relevant for mains. So now let's see this part. It is related to indigenization of technology, developing new technology, defense, internal security, etc. What is the context? We have got INS Aridhaman. So there is a speculation going on that INS Aridhaman has been quietly commissioned. This is the third submarine in nuclear ballistic missile submarine program. So there is a third nuclear ballistic missile submarine which might have got inducted in Indian Navy quietly. इसका announcement भले ना हुआ हो, but it may have gone in the system quietly. So what we see, we have got INS Arihant and INS Arighat. These two submarines have been there. Which has already been there in India, and now there is a chance that the INS Aridhaman may have been quietly commissioned in case of Indian Navy. इसको quietly commission किया जा चुका होगा. If we talk about its power, it is a 7,000 ton vessel which can carry up to 24 K5 Sagarika missile, and it can have 8 nuclear tipped K4 or K5 missiles. So there is around 15 K15 Sagarika missiles which are ballistic missiles, plus K4 or K5 missiles which are nuclear powered missiles. So these are the missiles which are there in this submarine. इस submarine में ये missiles हैं. If we talk about this, the previous missiles could have 12 such Sagarika missiles and 4 K4 missiles. So यहाँ improvement is there that from 12 Sagarika to 15, and from 4 nuclear powered to 8. So this is an improvement in its power. ये इसकी पावर में इंप्रूवमेंट देखने को मिली है कि INS Aridhaman may be much more powerful as compared to our previous submarines. ये हमारे जो INS Arihant हैं and others हैं, उसके मुकाबले ये अधिक पावरफुल हो सकता है. If we talk about this, what are the possible advantages? What are the possible advantages of induction of this one submarine? First thing is, it is like further strengthening the nuclear triad. This is being strengthened. What is nuclear triad? Nuclear triad means the ability to launch nuclear attack from land, sea or air. So India has already got this nuclear triad. It is further strengthening this. It is further making it much more powerful. So we have got the nuclear weapons. We are making those missiles which can deliver the nuclear weapons to a specific site. So that is one of the part. Second thing which we also see, that this is also like what we see, that it is something which is crucial for Indian Ocean. It is crucial for Indian Ocean. Why? War no longer limited to small areas, small geographical areas. The war is no longer limited to small geographical areas. You can see that US, this has attacked Iris Dena near Sri Lanka. So Iris Dena of this Iran was attacked. Okay. This was something which was attacked near this Sri Lanka. Gale location is there. So there they have attacked this Iris Dena vessel of Iran, which has led to death of 100 plus people in that ship. So we see that now there are many countries who are capable enough to launch such attacks in the case of our Indian Ocean. So we need to strengthen our ability. This INS Aridhaman is also essential. This is also essential. Why? To check the rising influence of China. Okay. To support India's profile as net security provider. As net security provider in Indian Ocean. The attack on Iranian ship, the attack on Iranian vessel was a significant question. The attack on this Iranian ship was a significant blow, a significant damage to India's reputation. Okay. Why? India has always projected itself. India has always projected itself as a net security provider in the Indian Ocean region. India has projected itself as a net security provider in the Indian Ocean region. And when there was attack on the Iranian ship, so there was question on this part. If India is a net security provider, a vessel which was just returning from India, how it got attacked in the middle by US, and there was no information to anyone. So this was one part. Why this INS Aridhaman is crucial for India. Plus, at the same time, it is also going to boost India's defense establishment quest for self-reliance in defense production. So it is also going to improve our domestic production of defense equipment. So our image, China's influence, net security provider, nuclear triad, deterrence, all these things are possible advantage of this induction of INS Aridhaman in case of Indian Navy. So I hope ये part clear है आपको कि what is the possible advantage. The optional batch के recorded. I have no idea about this. About the optional batches, you have to consult the team. For any batch, you have to consult the team. No, that's fine. That's fine that we have given information about the situation to Iris Dena. But then again, think about this. If India or China would have attacked anywhere near the Pacific, अगर इंडिया और चाइना ने या रशिया ने कहीं भी पैसिफिक ओशन के आसपास में, if we are talking about North Pacific, if India would have attacked or China would have attacked any ship near the Pacific Ocean or even in the Atlantic, then what would have been reaction of NATO? अगर नॉर्थ अटलांटिक एरिया में मान लो सपोज इंडिया हैज अटैक्ड अ शिप ऑफ पाकिस्तान इन नॉर्थ अटलांटिक सी or North Pacific Sea, then in that situation, what would have been the reaction of NATO? What would have been the reaction of US? Will they have accepted it? Even if we are planting a submarine over there, अगर हम नॉर्थ अटलांटिक में एक सबमरीन को डाल ही दे, तो क्या will the NATO accept it if we are having a submarine in part of North Atlantic? They are having the submarine, they are having all their ships in this Indian Ocean region. They are having their military bases in Indian Ocean region. Even in case of the Indian Ocean region, they are having their military bases. Will US and NATO members allow India, China, or Russia to have the military bases in Atlantic Ocean? Hey, it's not about responsibility. Why US will be present in Indian Ocean? Why US will be present in Indian Ocean? US has no territory over here. So that is the second side of the story, the other side of the story. Now, so we are having this third article from Indian Express. The Strait of High Stakes where law and leverage collide. What is the main idea here? The idea is about the Strait of Hormuz. That there is a discussion about this Strait of Hormuz. Okay. When we talk about this, what we see, it is one of the most critical shipping routes in the world. Around 20% of global oil trade and 25% of global LNG trade pass through this. What we see that this entire area has got converted into a war zone. Okay. Iran is continuously saying that it is going to restrict or block the passage. It is using missiles, drones, and sea mines. It has been using missiles, sea drones, etc. Sorry, drones and sea mines, etc. So Iran is taking a control of the Strait of Hormuz. Now the question is, what are the international laws for this? क्या इसको लेकर कुछ international laws हैं? Are there any international laws which are related to this? That Iran is taking control of this Strait of Hormuz. So is the Strait of Hormuz a property of Iran? The Strait of Hormuz is not a property of Iran. What we see that it is governed by, this is something which is governed by United Nations Convention on Law of Sea. It is governed by United Nations Convention on Law of Sea. This is something which is governed by the United Nations Convention on Law of Sea. So, any blockage, it is illegal. कोई भी ऐसा blockage होगा तो that will be illegal. Any such blockage of the Strait of Hormuz or any strait in the world is considered as illegal under the United Nations Convention on Law of the Sea. But what about Iran? When we are talking about Iran, that Iran has blocked it. So Iran, is it doing illegal? Iran, if we talk about this, they are like Iran, is it violating the international law? Is it a party to UN clause or not? So Iran is a signatory. Iran is a signatory of United Nations Convention on Law of Sea. Iran is also signatory to the United Nations Convention on Law of Sea, but not ratified. Okay. Means it has not fully accepted it has signed it, but it has not fully accepted the United Nations Convention on Law of the Sea. So while Iran has been a signatory, but it has not ratified. Ratified means it has to be approved by the parliament of that country or by the decision-making authority of that country. So in case of Iran, what we see that this has not been ratified by Iran, means Iran is not yet a full member of this United Nations Convention on Law of the Sea. So this is one part, that Iran is not a party. But so if we are talking about this area, first of all, we have seen that what is the significance, what are the laws. Now come to this one part, what are the options for Iran? What are the options for Iran in this situation? आखिर ईरान क्या कर सकता है इस सिचुएशन में? Now, Iran can only use it as a strategic pressure tool. They can use it as a strategic pressure tool. Let me give you an example. Who use this? Who have mastered it? Let me give you an example. There is a country, China. They have got rare earth elements. Okay. So even when China is having a conflict with United States, they are not totally stopping the supply of rare earth elements. They are not totally stopping the supply of rare earth element to US or Europe. But what they do, अगर चाइना का किसी से कॉन्फ्लिक्ट होता है तो what they do, they reduce the supply. They are reducing the supply. So it's not that they are completely shutting off. क्योंकि अगर आपने complete shut off कर दिया तो they will be searching for other opportunities. And if not today, then tomorrow they will find another supplier of the rare earth elements. So what China does, it is using this rare earth element as a strategic tool. It is not giving them full supply. It is not curtailing their supply to zero. It is giving them a reduced supply so that they will be looking for more. They will be looking for relaxation. They will be looking for more relaxation, more quota. So China is using this as a strategic tool. In the same manner, Iran can use it. That instead of totally blocking the supply, ईरान ने देखो बहुत ही अच्छे से डिसीजन लिया. It has allowed it for some countries and restricted it for some other countries. So Iran is using this Strait of Hormuz as a strategic pressure tool. It is not having that much military might that if everyone gets united, it can hold that. But it is not giving them an opportunity to unite together. तो ईरान दूसरे देशों को ये अपॉर्चुनिटी ही नहीं दे रहा है कि दे विल बी यूनाइटिंग टुगेदर एंड दे विल बी डिफेंडिंग इट टुगेदर. व्हाट दे आर डूइंग, दे आर यूजिंग एज अ टूल नाइदर टू मच सप्लाई नॉर लेसर सप्लाई. तो ईरान हैज बीन यूजिंग दिस एज अ स्ट्रेटेजिक प्रेशर टूल. So now what we see, there is a challenge for India first. Okay. If we talk about this, India is very much vulnerable. Okay. Because we have got almost 90% of LPG. We have got almost like 90% of LPG import from Strait of Hormuz. Like we are importing 60%, like if we talk about total LPG, 60% is import and 40% domestic. So in this 60%, the 90% is coming through the Strait of Hormuz. So out of this 60%, 90% of the LPG import is coming via this Strait of Hormuz. We are also dependent on this Strait of Hormuz for our LNG supply, liquefied natural gas. So for us particularly, it is a very much challenging situation, energy crisis, economic slowdown, and national security concerns. So we see that this Strait of Hormuz, for world also there is a relevance, but for India especially, the relevance is further higher. The relevance of this is further higher for a country like India. So this is one of the part what is going on in a Strait of Hormuz and what are the challenges for India. So these are the two questions. What are the laws governing passes through international sea? Examine the challenges due to Strait of Hormuz of crisis. Strait of Hormuz crisis. So I think आप इसको आसानी से लिख सकते हो. If total 20% supplies, all international bodies are responsible to protect this. Correct. On what ground? On what ground you are going to protect? Why US has attacked Iran? Why Israel has attacked Iran? You have a ground, you are saying that we can pressurize Iran for opening up international water body. So why not pressurize US for not attacking on Iran? This war has not been started by Iran. This war has been started by US. So first of all, there should be pressure on US that reduce this conflict, stop this war. It is not a war of Iran. This is a war of ego of US and the prejudice of Israel. So it's not only up to Iran, it's up to all other countries. So I hope you can write the answer for this question. सभी लोग आंसर लिख सकते हैं इसका. Rather to protect, we can just focus on getting regular supply. Yes, self-interest comes first. Okay. So try to write the answer of both these questions. Okay. And do tell me that in the last 1 week, give this one feedback in the comment box. Like after the session is over, once the session is over, when the regular comment box open, do give me the information about this, that which article you have been able to understand the best the last 1 week. पिछले एक वीक में कौन सा आर्टिकल आपको सबसे बेहतर ढंग से समझ में आया? Which article was your best preparation? So after the session is over, in the comment box later, you can mention about this. What is your questions, Shivam Rajput? You are asking that do we call someone who has qualified prelims? I don't call personally to my house, but I am not aware about anything like that. Okay. There is mentorship program and other which goes on after prelims. So that will be all for today. Thank you everyone. Let's meet then in the next session. Thank you. Take care and all the best.